These are three new ones. This one's called She Loved How He Touched Her Shoulders. She fell in love when he touched her shoulders. Everyone else had gone for her breasts. They would squeeze and pinch and play with the nipples endlessly, no matter how much she informed them that there were other parts of her body and soul screaming out for some attention. They would go for the breast. He went for the shoulders, for the backs of the arms. She was delirious with how many spots there were. 6 years later, 378 quarts of scotch later, 79 couple therapy sessions later, unknown number of screaming sessions later, she realized she fell in love with how he touched her shoulders. That was it. They both tried to make more of it. She just fell in love with how he touched her shoulders. Truth. The truth. She said, "You don't expect me to believe anything you just said, do you?" He said, "On a good day, I would hope for 85%. It looks like it's a bad day. How about 25? She said, "Why don't you just tell me the truth?" And he said, "Both of us don't want to hear it." She walked into the house. She walked into the house, her smile lit up the room. She walked right to me and held herself close. My hands squeezed the cheek of her ass and grabbed her thigh. She kissed me like we had all the time in the world. We were soon climbing on top of the table. Why waste time? Our bodies pressed themselves against each other. She walked into the house, said this was the worst day of her life. As she looked at me, things only got worse. I said, "Oh, honey, oh, sweetie pie, oh, delicious." She said, "Save it." I said, "Peaches, scrumptious, honey-dew." She said, "You didn't clean the dishes." I was going to. "You said you were going to take off your boots." And I'm standing there in my boots making puddles. She said, "You were going to go get a job." I say, "I'm working on a plan." There are times when she doesn't have to say anything. I can see it in her eyes. I look away. She walked into the house. I ran to meet her, grabbed her in my arms, told her how much I missed her, sank my lips into hers. She pushed me away. "Is that all you think about?" I told her I had some other ideas. She wasn't interested. I ran out of ideas. She didn't notice. I hesitate running the meter. She walked into the house. I heard the door. She said hello. I said hello. She said, "I'm home." I said, "I'm glad." That was it. It was a long day. She walked into the house. Her eyes didn't even meet mine. My voice drove her into a rage. She kept her distance. "Don't even think about touching me. Maybe sleep in a separate room. Maybe pack my bags. Move to another state." She walked into the house. Her smile lit up the room. She walked right to me and held herself close. My hand squeezed the cheek of her ass and gripped her thigh. She kissed me like we had all the time in the world. We were soon climbing on top of the table. Why waste time? Our bodies pressed themselves against each other. One never knows what might happen when she walks through the door.